Spin me. How you doing? I have a topic of interest that come up today. A bit about the PC world we live in. I have set up a Facebook page, and it's called the Roaming Reliever. I don't have enough people on there to actually create an actual proper link, Facebook/roaming link. It's just numbers at the moment. I need 25 to make that work. However, the reason that I've got it is, one, why not create a presence on Facebook or elsewhere where I can share things of interest. I've got my website, I've got it, it's just it's something else, whether you want to do it or not. Hey, I felt like doing it. And the second reason was, I have students from some of the schools that I go with that have added me on Facebook, because some places, some teachers do add their students onto Facebook, some teachers don't, and some schools let it happen, some schools don't. So that's one reason why I did it, because I didn't want people to be, or students to be adding me personally, because it's seen as iffy. So I'm succumbing to the PC world based on that. So I thought, well, why not make a page? I'm classed as a teacher on there, and there's a barrier still. Like, I can't actually see their pictures and can communicate with them directly in certain ways and so forth. So there's a standoff barrier, and I thought, brilliant. And plus, it's if the students want to join, they can join, and I don't have to have them on my personal profile. However, the school that I'm working at the moment, great school, love the school. The kids are brilliant and so forth. And however, one of them added me last night, or added themselves last night, and I started chatting to them. And I can only do that through the wall posts, so it's there's nothing suspicious about that. I can't directly message them and anything like that. And they mentioned that they'd added me or talked to me on Facebook, and so the principal had found this out just because the kids had mentioned it. And I've got other kids from other schools, and I'm fine with that, however, and I think those schools are fine with it because of the policy or the relationship that they have with their students, and part of their life that they've created, or their environment where they've actually accepted that there's a digital world out there and students can work within that digital world. Now, this school has said, hey, we've found this out, what's the deal? And I explained, it's a page, it's not my personal thing, and it's just to create an environment where the students can have a contact with me, because students enjoy me, in the classroom. They like me, and they say, oh, yeah, that sounds cool. And then eventually later on in the afternoon they come back and said, hey, no, we're not in favour of it. And I was like, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll delete these students from the school. I don't need to cause any problems. And the reason why they have this rule is because they've had problems some years ago. They had a teacher that befriended them on Facebook and was chatting to them, and then the parents ended up finding out, and they weren't happy with that the teacher was chatting with them. So this is where the PC crap comes in. I personally think it's ridiculous that we've got to a point where we can't even communicate with other people. There is a boundary, and I think it starts with the parents, personally. If they are, the students that are on there, they're below the age limit that are there. So, there's that. So the parents are letting them on there in the first place. 2, parents, they can actually monitor what their students are doing, or what their parents, their children are actually involved with on that internet. And that's a regular thing that people encourage parents to do. It's called being involved with their child's upbringing. Now, and again, I'm fine with it. I'm going to go with the rules, but here I am getting told what I can or cannot do. Now, I'm not a dangerous person of any sort. I actually work within the school environment, and I enjoy doing the teaching. I enjoy interacting with the children, and this is just another way to do that. And on my page, I put across different viewpoints. Just like this, I put across on this channel, I put across different viewpoints. So I upload videos that I watch, and if you're watching this, you can add me on there. Just type in the Roman Reliever on Facebook. Love to have you add there if you want to. And it's just things like from Russia Today, or sometimes The Amazing Atheist, Zeitgeist-related videos. So I just put things that are up there, or sometimes articles. It's just for a different viewpoint within my viewpoint of the world. Atheist-related things. And the reason why I do that is so that students can actually have a different avenue. They're never going to see this stuff anyway. They're never going to, because they don't know that it's there. So I'm exposing people to this. So I see that as a good thing. We've got restrictions. We're getting restricted all the time, and that's what I said. I didn't get an argument. I was just putting my thing across. And I said, hey, we live in a PC world, and I think this ain't cool, because we just add more PC crap on top of PC crap. And they were like, well, eventually we'll get out of this. But the thing is, if you don't get out of it now, instead of just letting it happen, you're never going to get out of it, because you just make it harder, because there's always going to be another PC thing that gets added on top of it, and you're going to stand back a little bit more. You're never going to challenge that system. And that's what I'm doing. I'm challenging that basic system, because I don't care about PC bull. It's ridiculous what we've done here. Sorry, the dogs are going nuts. Moza, stop it. Bad Moza. Bad Moza. After the chickens. Because the chickens are just hiding. I don't know if you can see them. But where does it stop? I'm going to delete these students here just because out of respect for their wishes. But where does it stop? For instance, I want to promote my athletics coaching at the thing, and I will set up a training group, invite only on that, so that I can communicate with people about training and other bits and pieces. I already have a training page there, but a training group so I can actually interact a little bit better. So does that mean that students that end up wanting to do after-school training with me at the school cannot actually be involved with that group anymore because it's seen as being part outside? One of the other aspects is because I am a relief teacher and I'm only in and out and so forth, that I should be careful with that. Totally understand, be careful. But who is actually the one having to be careful? Me? Or is it the viewpoints of the other people that have the issue with it? I'm not going to do anything stupid. In the end, it's the expectations of other people. They expect that something is going to go wrong. We shelter people. We shelter our children from so many things. Yet half the time we shelter them from the wrong things. We expect them to not be exposed to non-religious ideas, or not be exposed to war, yet at the same time we've got all this poverty and other war-related things going on in the world, and the media promotes it in a way that is absolutely wrong and false. They create this stigma that we need to go to war to do that. Yet, what about the other viewpoint, that the students need to see that we don't need to go to world war to do these kind of things? There should not be any killing. I come across children that are talking about revenge and killing and things like that, and it's because they've been brought up like this. Yet, what I'm trying to do is create an avenue where people are not brought up like this. It's a different viewpoint, a non-aggressive principle. But where does it start? Where do you start being able to actually deliver those systems if you've got environments that are not actually accepting of those systems? We have social media everywhere now. The school, again, love the school, they don't have any social media kind of aspect, and so that's why they're wary of it. Yet lots of other schools do. So are they missing out on one aspect? I'd love to know your opinion. I'd love to know what you think of this. I don't know if I've demonstrated what I'm feeling. I don't mind that it's happened. I'm willing to take those people off just to please. And thing is, I'm not. One of the other reasons why I want to do this, like when I do this walk a length of the country, I want to see if I can set up some kind of connection where I can interact with schools. And the best way to do that is through social media. So does this mean that school, these students that adore me because they have a good relationship with me, teacher relationship, they cannot experience this journey with me because they are not allowed to be part of that. So people miss out because they restrict environments. They don't open, they're just stuck, you know, blinders, stuck. I don't know, that's my view of this anyway. I just thought it was a good topic. Remember Building 7. Catch you later. See ya. Spinny, spin, 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 spin.